Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are from. This is Jordan, just coming to you again with another educational moment, or a few moments. I just wanted to come to you because of trying to share as much value as I can. And today is about not surrendering your policy back to the life insurance company. And there is a big, huge reason for this. I just want to quickly show you. You probably have heard the sorry, my kids are in the background, issues, then crying. Anyway, the fact of the matter is if you surrender your policy, you only get that surrender value. And there's ways you can get 4 to 7 times that. So if you didn't set up your policy properly and it's at least, what is it, $100,000 or more, you can do something. And so I'll just show you a life settlement. Here, I mean, you probably have heard a commercial here and there about settling your life insurance policy, and they give you a lump sum cash value for it. And you're like, what the heck is this for? Why are they doing this, that, and the other? Why? What's the point? And it's because your life insurance policy is an asset. It is your property, and it is worth a lot of money. So if an agent comes to you and says you don't need your life insurance, a whole life policy, you should not have a whole life policy. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of this, that, and the other thing. They don't understand what a whole life policy is, and they use that ignorance of their ignorance and your ignorance to show that, or to get you to cancel your policy and get a term policy, which is a lot cheaper and whatever else not, but it's not an asset like a whole life or an IUL is. So if you decide, you know what, I'm going to listen to you, instead of stopping the payment and surrendering the policy or letting it lapse or whatever, what you need to do is see if you can get a lump sum cash value. Usually it's people that are over 65, they don't need the policy anymore. But there are a few areas that you can be younger and they'll buy your policy from you. So this is something that you should check into no matter what. See if you qualify. So you can Google life insurance settlement options. You can talk to me and I can show you how to do this. And you can pick someone that is with you. I already have one pulled up. So here's so there's settlement options, a lump sum interest income option, life income option, periodic certain. There's several different ways of doing it, but I just want to go to here quickly. So right here. So there are many reasons why you would want to sell your policy. I just used at lifesettlements.com because it was one of the ones that popped up. But you find out what you qualify for over here, or you can do that with any other company. But here you go. Why or what is a life settlement? With life settlement, you can sell your insurance policy for an immediate cash payment. It can be a great option for someone who no longer needs a life insurance coverage. So if you're over 65 and you're like, honestly, I don't want this policy anymore. On average, policy owners receive 4 to 7 times more from a life settlement than they would if they received from surrendering it back to the insurance company. So this is the amount you receive in your life insurance policy will depend on your age, your medical condition, and the amount of coverage, and how much of the annual premium payments are on the policy. So they're going to look at everything. They're going to go through a whole bunch of underwriting. They're going to go through a whole bunch of stuff, and then they're going to buy your policy from you if they like that. So here's how it works. You call a specialist, you get the medical records, policy information, blah, blah, blah for underwriting. If the policy qualifies, you'll receive an offer and you can either accept or deny that offer and say, I'm just going to sit with it. And then you receive payment for your policy if you say yes. And then you sign all the paperwork, you sign everything over to them, boom, done. So how do you qualify? You need to meet a few criteria, blah, blah, blah. But I don't want to go into that. So this is just something for you guys that if you wondered, why would I want to sell my policy? It's because you get more money. If that's an option for you, if you qualify, you get more money. Great, fantastic. But I mean, then the question you should really be asking yourself is, why would a company buy life insurance, a whole life or an IUL from me? Why would they do that? And the question, that answer is because it's an asset. It's a huge asset that no one really knows about because the lack of education. So this is just something that really should be looked at for you and for your loved ones, especially if you didn't have your policy. Let's say my policy wasn't set up correctly and I didn't get the infinite banking model or the tax-free retirement model that that I talk about. I can sell my policy. Say, you know what, I didn't get this. It's not serving me. It's just going to be there. I'm pretty well off myself right now. I already prepaid my funeral, already all that stuff, and I don't want this policy anymore. I mean, honestly, I don't. In my mind, I don't understand why someone would want to do that, but it is what it is. And if you sell your policy, or instead of surrendering your policy, you should see if you qualify to sell your policy. Just like that one JG Wentworth 877 cash now annuity guy or commercial. I have an annuity, but I need cash now. Blah. And so you're selling your annuity to JG Wentworth, and they have investors for that. You don't understand why, but they're giving you money for it. Great, let's do it. I need money right now. I need it. Let's do this. Great, they'll give you a lump sum. Same with life insurance. As life insurance settlement, if you want to sell your policy, you can, because it's your property if it qualifies. So, and if it doesn't qualify, you can ask them, what can I do to make it qualify? And they'll probably help you out. I mean, they're willing to buy life insurance policies because they're an asset, because of what they have, what it's worth to them, and or what it can be worth to them. It's an investment for them, and or pretty much a guarantee for them, because they're going to collect on that money no matter what, because you die. So when you die is a huge thing. Is what's the cost going to be for them? If what is it a good return on investment for them? All that fun stuff. So I just want you guys to know this, so you don't sell your policy, or you don't surrender your policies back to the life insurance company, because that's, even though that's something you get a little bit of money for, it's not really worth it, because what's going on is you can get more money than what you were thinking. So even though it's at 4 to 7 times the surrender payment, which is huge, like I say, instead of 500, you're going to get $3,500. Or it could be that small, or it could be up to 22% of 22 to 25% of the death benefit. So if you have $100,000, you're going to get $22,000. Well, that's a huge amount. Well, that's awesome. But it's all depending, of course. I mean, it can be 3 to 7 times your, or 4 to 7 times your surrender value, or it could be the 22 to 25% of the death benefit. So I mean, it really depends on how they work everything out. So before you surrender your policy, if you think that it's not worth anything, you should ask your question, do I qualify for a life insurance settlement? And see if you can buy or have someone buy your policy from you, because those are super helpful to a lot of people. I mean, I would rather see someone, instead of getting like say $500 to $1,000 in settlement value from a policy that wasn't set up properly for them, I'd rather see them get another 4,000 or 7,000 or even 20,000 if they can. So if any agent comes to you saying you should get rid of your whole life policy, your IUL, then you should definitely consider this option before you surrender your policy or let it lapse. So anyway, I hope you found this information valuable. Please like, comment, and share to someone that needs to know, especially those that are 60 plus. That way they can get that information, and if they want some more information, they can talk to me or contact me, or they can just Google it and go through the process that way. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and much love. Peace.